continuation for the previous class, electrochemistry. So in this class we will discuss about the conductance. We will discuss about conductance. Conductance C. Before going to discuss about the conductance, first we have to know about the resistance. Have to know about the resistance. Resistance capital R. Resistance capital R. Resistance means hindrance. So we know electricity. What is how we will get the electricity means by the flowing of electrons or by movement of ions. How we will get flow of electrons and movement of ions. So this is nothing but the electricity. What is meant by electricity means flowing of electrons or movement of ions. When these electrons or these ions are moving, therefore these experiences some retardation. Suppose in air, in wind direction is in this direction. I want to move opposite to the wind direction. Therefore, I will experience some resistance. Yes or no? Obviously, like that. When electrons are carrying current and moving in this direction, in the opposite direction, it experiences some force that is called as a resistance. That means it stops the movement of the flow of electrons or ions. That is nothing but a resistance. Okay. So how can we define resistance? Means if we take an electronic conductor, so between these ends we will apply 1 volt potential difference. And if you passing 1 ampere current, to this one 1 ampere current, so that 1 ampere current will go from this end to that end. It experiences some amount of resistance that is nothing but 1 ohm. According to Ohm's law, voltage is directly proportional to current. So to remove proportionality, I am introducing one proportionality constant 1 by R is equal to into I. Therefore, bring this R this side. R resistance R, proportionality constant R is equal to I by V. Resistance R is equal to I by V. Okay. So resistance means nothing but what is that? When 1 volt potential difference is measured in volts. So 1 volt potential difference is applied at both the end of this conductor, and by passing 1 ampere current from this end to this end, 1 ampere current passing from this end to this end, it experiences some resistance. How much resistance it will experience? 1 ohm resistance. So this is about the Ohm's law. Already I told what is meant by conductor means the conductance of conductor means which allows the passage of electric current through it. Which allows the passage of electric current. So conductors are 2 types. Conductors are how many types? Conductors are how many types? 2 types. One is electronic and another one is electrolytic conductor. One is electronic conductor, another one is electrolytic conductor. 2 types of conductors. In this one, what is the difference? Already I told. The electronic conductors, electrons are the current carriers. Here, free ions are the current carriers. In this one, free ions, and this one, electrons are the current. Okay. So now next one, conductance. Already we know the resistance is this one. So reciprocal of the resistance is nothing but conductance I is equal to 1 by R. Conductance C is equal to 1 by R. That means the resistance of the reciprocal is nothing but conductance. Therefore, conductance is equal to, what are the units? 1 by resistance units is ohm. Therefore, that is equal to ohm inverse R mho. These are the units for the conductance. Okay. So for our aim is in electrochemistry majorly we are discussing about the electrolytic conductors. Electrolytic means what is that here? Electrolytes. Already strong electrolytes, weak electrolytes classification is over. So any, suppose NaCl if you take and dissolved in water, it is splits into ions. Splits into ions. That means the salts in aqueous form or the salts in molten form, these are current carriers. What are the current carriers here? Ions are the current carriers. Okay, our interest is electrolytic conductors. Electrolytic conductors. Okay, right? So this is about the conductance. What is meant by resistance and what is meant by conductance? Conductance is exactly reciprocal of the resistance. Reciprocal of the resistance. Now, the conductance C of a electrolytic solution depends on few factors. Depends on few factors. What are they? Now we will see. What is meant by conductance C? Conductance is reciprocal of the resistance. Resistance means what is that? It inherits or it retards the flow of electrons or flow of ions when they are moving from one end to another end. Okay, this is about conductance. Next, factors affecting conductance. What are the factors? What are the factors influencing conductance? First one, nature of electrolyte. First one is nature of. First one is nature of electrolyte. That means strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. I already told you what is meant by strong electrolytes, what is meant by weak electrolytes. Strong electrolyte means, so alpha is equal to 1. That means 100% dissociation takes place. 100%. So suppose if you take NaCl in 100 molecules, 100 molecules are split into 100 Na plus and 100 Cl minus ions. Here weak electrolyte means alpha value less than 1. That means nearly 10 to 20% dissociation of the substances takes place. 20%. Okay. So for strong electrolytes, 100% dissociation, more number of ions, therefore more conductance. For weak electrolytes, what is that? Less number of ions, less conductance. Okay, so that means the conductance is totally depends upon whether the given electrolyte or whether taken electrolyte it is a strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte. Okay, so strong electrolyte means, see, I will tell a few examples to you. Suppose NaCl you take, NaCl is a strong electrolyte. So 100 molecules of NaCl if you took, it is dissolved in water. So immediately it splits into 100%. Total 100 Na plus produces 100 Na plus and 100 Cl minus n. Suppose weak electrolyte example H2S or otherwise acetic acid. Acetic acid you will take out of 100 molecules. If you take out of 100 molecules, only 10 molecules will undergo dissociation. Therefore, less number of ions, no? Less number of ions means less number, therefore less amount of conductance. So this is about the nature of electrolyte. So nature of electrolyte also affects the conductance. Okay. Next, concentration. Next, concentration of the solution. Next, concentration of the solution. Very, very important. On dilution, conductance of solution is increases. Very, very important this point. On dilution, conductance of a solution increases. Conductance of the solution is very, very important. Just listen carefully this point. For dilution, conductance of the solution increases. Why conductance of a solution increases means for weak electrolytes and for strong electrolytes I will divide and I will explain. Okay, what is the concentration effect on strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes? First, for strong electrolytes I will explain. For strong electrolytes first. This point continuation for strong electrolytes. Right. Strong electrolytes example, if you take strong electrolytes example NaCl in aqueous condition, that means dissolved in water, it splits into Na plus and Cl minus. Na plus and Cl minus. Okay. Suppose if you take like this, here solution it is there. In this solution what are present? Na plus and Cl minus are present. So this is a strong electrolyte. So 100% dissociation takes place. But on dilution, why it is the conductance of this one increases means here generally in solution after adding this one, Na plus and Cl minus ion is there. So many number of Na plus ions are present, many number of Cl minus ions are present. Therefore, if the volume is less, there is a inter attraction forces are presenting between. That means this molecule try to move this side in this direction. This chlorine pulls this sodium atom towards its side. Therefore, there is a drag. There is a drag of this sodium plus ion by chloride ion. Okay, like this. If you diluted the solution, therefore volume is increasing. Volume is increasing means what is that? Between these two ions, distance also increases now. Between these two also increases. Therefore, these forces of attractions are very minimum. When between these ions forces of attractions are minimum, then this molecule freely move in the solution. Therefore, conductance increases. Understand my point? Okay. So even though strong alcohols 100% dissociation, more number of ions, but volume is less means between these dissociated ions there is a force of attractions are there. That means this want to move this direction, this one chloride ion pulls towards itself. Like that, chloride ion try to move in this direction. Sodium atoms are pulls towards itself. Like that, it is a drag between anion and cation. That's why for strong electrolytes also on dilution increases. What increases? Conductance increases. For strong electrolytes also conductance. Why? Because between the ions there is a maximum separation. Therefore, minimum force of attraction arises. Minimum forces of attraction. Right? This is about for strong electrolytes. Concentration of the solution. Next one for weak electrolytes. For weak electrolytes. Okay. So generally weak electrolytes means what? Dissociation is very less. Dissociation very less means number of ions producing on dissociation is also less. Acetic acid I will take here example. Acetic acid CH3COOH in an aqueous. That means dissolved in water. It produces acetate ion CH3CO minus plus H plus ions కింద split అవుతుంది. Minus plus కింద split అవుతుంది. Okay. So ఇది వీక్ ఆల్కలైడ్ ఎందుకనంటే మీరు 100 మాలిక్యూల్స్ దగ్గర తీసుకుంటే ఈ 100 మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఓన్లీ 10 మాలిక్యూల్స్ మాత్రమే డిసోసియేట్ అవుతాయి. 10 ఎసిటేట్ అయాన్స్ అండ్ 10 H ప్లస్ అయాన్స్ కింద డిసోసియేట్ అవుతాయి. ఓకే. సో ఆన్ డైల్యూషన్ అంటే ఏంటి? వాటర్ యాడ్ చేస్తాం. ఆన్ డైల్యూషన్ అంటే యాడింగ్ ఆఫ్ more amount of water. Therefore, by gradually we are adding water. Gradual dissociation, degree of dissociation is increases. That means alpha value increases. So slowly you are increasing. Slowly you are adding water. So 5 more molecules, like 5 after 5 like that. So slowly 100 molecules. 100 out of 100 initially before dilution 100 molecules, 10 only dissociated into ions. So gradually we are adding water. So 5 more molecules like that up to 50, 60, 70, 80. So the degree of dissociation is increasing. Means what is that? Ions also increases. More number of ions, more conductance. Okay. So this is the reason. So concentration of the solution affects the conductance for strong alcohols and for weak alcohols. Why for strong alcohols? Distance between the ions increases. Therefore, force of attractions are minimum. Therefore, all the ions present in the solution behave as free ions. So that's why conductance increases, even though 100% dissociation. But in weak alcohols, what is that? Here degree of dissociation very less. On dilution, what happens? Degree of dissociation. That means the total number of molecules are splits into acetate ion and H plus ions and dilution. Therefore, more number of ions are increasing, more conductance. This is the reason. Okay, this is the second factor which influences the conductance. Right? Next, the third one. Third point. Polarity of the solvent. Third point. Polarity of the solvent. So more polar. Why? Because if you take polar solvent means water is a polar solvent, ethyl alcohol is a polar solvent. These type of solvents you take, these solvents enhances the ionization of electrolyte. These solvents enhances the ionization of electrolyte. Ionization increase చేయడం ఏంటి? More number of producing of more number of ions. Therefore, more number of ions means more number of ions means more number of ions means more conductance. That's why polar solvents are the best. Water is a polar solvent or not? Why water is a polar solvent? Why water is a polar solvent? Polarity means nothing but what? By developing of negative charge and positive charge. Poles, developing of poles. See, once you observe this molecule, oxygen is the second most electronegative element in the periodic table. Therefore, oxygen, this is the chemical bond. Oxygen donating one electron here. Because of the electronegativity of this oxygen, it attracts the electron density of hydrogen towards its side. Therefore, partial gaining of electron, negative charge. It is partially losing or not? Yes, partially losing of electron. Similarly, this hydrogen is also. Therefore, development of charges are developed or not. So that's why this is called as a polar molecule. Polarity, negative pole and positive pole. These type of solvents increases the ionization of the electrolyte. If any weak electrolyte, if you take, so that weak electrolyte in this one completely dissociated. Therefore, dissociation means more number of ions. Therefore, more conductance. Okay, this is about the third point. Next, fourth point, temperature. Next, third point, temperature. Right. Temperature, when temperature is increases, kinetic energy is increases. Yes or no? When temperature is increases, kinetic energy increases. Therefore, kinetic energy is nothing but what is that? Movement. Suppose if you boil the water, so initially before boiling the water at room temperature, there is no movement in water molecule. Suppose if you take one in one container some amount of water, so it appears the surface is stable. But continuously you are boiling. Therefore, we will see the movement of the molecules, and gradually molecules are going into that means liquid molecules are converted to vapor molecules. Why? Because of this we are giving thermal energy externally. So the thermal energy, the molecule are converting into kinetic energy. Therefore, there is a phase transition takes place. Therefore, ultimately what we concluded from temperature increases, conductance of electrolytic solution increases. Temperature is directly proportional to the electrolytic conductance. Why? Because by increasing the temperature, movement of ions also increases. Why electrolytic conductance increases means reason ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ movement of ions increases. Okay, clear na? So what are the factors here? Nature of the solute we are taking, that means nature of the electrolyte, that is whether weak electrolyte, strong electrolyte. Next, concentration effect, and that means a diluted solution. On dilution, conductance of both weak electrolyte, strong electrolyte increases. Next, polarity of the solvent. More polar solvents are preferable for the more conductance. Why? Because it increases it enhances the ionization of electrolyte. So next one, fourth one is the temperature. Temperature increases, kinetic energy of the molecules increases. Therefore, kinetic energy is nothing but a movement of the ions. When movement of the ions increases, conductance also easily. That means it can easily face the resistance. Okay, these are the four factors. And fifth factor is also there, that is viscosity. Okay, so less viscous solution conduct more conductance. Viscosity means what is that? It is a flow to resistance. అంటే ఏదైనా ఒక సబ్స్టెన్స్ పాస్ అవ్వాలనుకుంటే కనుక సపోజ్ వాటర్ తీసుకోండి హనీ తీసుకోండి. ఈ రెండింటిలో దేనికి విస్కాసిటీ ఎక్కువ ఉందంటే హనీకి ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకని? దీని యొక్క విస్కాసిటీ అంటే దీని యొక్క మాలిక్యూల్స్ అనేవి వెరీ క్లోజ్ గా ఉండటం వల్ల ఏంటంటే, సో ఈ మాలిక్యూల్ ఒక లేయర్ పాస్ అవ్వాలంటే నెక్స్ట్ లేయర్ ఏమవుతుందంటే దాన్ని హోల్డ్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో దట్స్ వై లో విస్కస్ ఆర్ లెస్ విస్కస్ solutions conduct more conductance or more conductivity, showing more conductivity compared to more viscous. Now between this water and honey, which one conduct more electricity means? Obviously water with having some amount of electrolyte, NaCl or any electrolyte. If you take water conducts, water shows better conductance. Okay, so this is about the few factors influences the conductance of a electrolytic solution. I am talking about electrolytic and here Here temperature directly proportional to only electrolytic, not about electronic. Electronic conductance is decreases. That is electronic conductance decreases. Okay, right? Next. Specific conductance. Next, specific conductance or conductivity. Specific conductance or conductivity represented with kappa. Represented with kappa. Specific conductance or conductivity. This is what is the name of this Greek letter? Kappa. The name of this letter is kappa, right? So what is meant by specific conductance? Before we are going to discuss about this one, so what is resistivity and what is the specific resistivity? Then we will define the specific conductance with the help of that. Now, take one electrolytic cell. Take one electrolytic cell. These are the electrodes. These are the electrodes. These are the electrodes. Electrolyte. Electrolyte. This is the electrolytic cell. This is the electrolytic cell. Now, the length between these two electrodes, length between these two electrodes is how much? Length between these two electrodes is L. The area of cross section of these electrodes is A. Area of cross section of electrodes is A, and the length between these two electrodes is L. Okay. So this is the electrolytic cell. Now, resistance R is always directly proportional to length of the conductor or length between the two electrodes by inversely related to area of cross section. This is the relation. What is the relation between resistance and length of the tube or length between the two electrodes and the area of cross section is this one according to Ohm's law. Okay. So here what is the L? L is equal to length between the electrodes. Generally 1 centimeter తీసుకుంటారండి. 1 centimeter. ఈ రెండింటి మధ్య డిస్టెన్స్ ఎంత ఉండాలి? 1 centimeter డిస్టెన్స్ అనేది ఉండాలి. ఏ అంటే ఏంటి? ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రోడ్స్. ఏరియా ఆఫ్ క్రాస్ సెక్షన్. So that is represented with centimeter square. Okay, right. So resistance is directly proportional to length మీద డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది, inversely related to area of cross section. Now I will remove this proportionality constant. With some resistivity, that is specific rho into L by A. Okay, so right. Next, resistance. What is conductance? Reciprocal of resistance is nothing but conductance. Therefore, conductance 1 by R I will write. 1 by R means nothing but conductance. 1 by R is equal to rho into L by A. Okay, right. Next, specific resistance. What is rho here? Specific resistance. Specific resistivity. This is specific resistivity. Now I want this rho is equal to bring this rho is equal to 1 by R into A by L. 1 by R into A by L. So rho is equal to 1 by R, nothing but conductance or not? Conductance is equal to reciprocal of resistance. Therefore, instead of 1 by R, I am writing conductance C into A by L. Okay. Next, resistance. This is specific resistivity. Reciprocal of specific resistivity is nothing but specific conductance. Similarly, resistance, reciprocal of resistance is nothing but conductance. Like that, specific resistivity is rho. So reciprocal of this specific resistivity is nothing but specific conductance. Okay. So I am writing 1 by rho. I am writing 1 by rho. I am writing 1 by rho is equal to conductance into L by here rho is equal to 1 by R into A by L, right? A by L. Next one. Rho is equal to 1 by R means nothing but a conductance. Conductance into A by L. Okay? So right. Therefore 1 by rho, inversely I am writing 1 by rho is equal to conductance into L by A. Now 1 by rho and nothing but what is that? This is reciprocal of the specific resistivity. Therefore that is specific conductivity. Kappa K is equal to conductance into L by A into L by A. What is L by A here? What is L by A here? Cell constant. What is L by A here? Cell constant. Why it is called as a constant means? Why it is called as a constant? In this electrolytic cell, distance between these two electrodes is 1 centimeter. That is constant. And area A is also 1 centimeter square. Area is also 1 centimeter square. Therefore, this is also constant. Constant by constant, we will get another constant. For this cell, it is a constant. That's why this is called as a cell constant. So, therefore, conductance, specific conductivity, specific conductance or conductivity kappa is equal to conductance into L by A. Very, very important. This relation is very, very important. So, how can we define specific conductance or conductivity of a solution is the conductance of 1 centimeter cube solution. Which solution? Electrolytic solution. The conductance of 1 centimeter cube electrolytic solution or 1 milliliter electrolytic solution or 1 milliliter electrolytic solution is called specific conductance or conductivity. Okay, this is about the specific conductance or conductivity. Now, units also very, very important. What are the units for the specific conductivity? Specific conductivity or conductivity is K kappa is equal to conductance means what is that? Reciprocal of this one. So 1 by for resistivity ohm. 1 by ohm means ohm inverse, no? Ohm inverse. Length and the centimeters. Area centimeter square. Centimeter square cancel. Therefore, ohm inverse or centimeter inverse. What are the units for specific conductance? A is equal to ohm inverse and centimeter inverse. Or otherwise, nowadays this ohm inverse is represented with the Siemens centimeter inverse. This is the units for specific conductance or conductivity. This is the units for specific conductance or conductivity. Okay. So in next lecture we will see about the molar conductance and ionic conductance. Right.